New at 5, we now know who will take the top temporary lead position at the Quincy Police Department. The city's Board of Fire and Police Commissioners appointed Deputy Raymond Mike Tyler, who will take over the position next Monday at 7 p.m. The appointment comes after the board and Robert Finney agreed not to move forward with his appointment as interim chief. The board anticipates to have a permanent replacement in the next 90 days.